Hi folks, welcome back to the shop. Today I want to talk briefly about pliers, specifically long nose pliers. Here we have a pair of Craftsman USA made pliers. I've gotten these for free decades ago from a job that I had that provided tools for their technicians. Here I have a pair of blue handle pliers. I'm not sure who makes these or what they are. They've been in a fishing tackle box for a long time. I got them, I think, from my brother when we were kids. But recently I was thinking, you know, I really don't like using these pliers. I find every time I use them that they slip off the work. Really tough to keep I almost try any way I can to get what I'm doing done using another tool. Both of these I think classify as 6-inch long nose pliers, but was looking to upgrade and get something of my own and actually buy something. And I was looking into it, lots of different pliers out there, and I ultimately decided on the Knipex pliers. These were excellent pliers. I've used them several times and find that I reach for them a lot more, and they're much easier to get a good grip on something and keep a good grip on the work. It's been excellent. But I also bought a pair of Milwaukee pliers. One of the key things here, what I noticed as I was looking into this was, when you look at long nose pliers, you'll generally find that they fall into one of these two categories, right? And you'll notice here the Milwaukee pliers are, you know, both of these are labeled as long nose pliers, but you'll see the Milwaukee pliers are thicker. You'll notice that they're wider, right? Definitely wider, if I can show that there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they are wider, and you'll notice that they have a sharper, they're sharper when you look at the Knipex pliers compared to the Milwaukee's. Now, Milwaukee, you'll notice, has an area in here that's designed for reaming, and it kind of gives away the fact these are really probably designed for electricians. A heavier pair of pliers like this, of course, are excellent for bending wire and putting loops in wire for receptacles and that sort of thing. And you'll notice, if you ever look at a pair of Irwin long nose pliers, you'll note that they're really heavy duty, and really a lot heavier, I think, than these Milwaukee's, but really a long nose plier for a different purpose, a different use. The Knipex, on the other hand, are definitely have a longer shank and fit into tighter places, and I've found these have been excellent for just the kind of work that you'd expect to use a pair of long nose pliers for. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, you know, why are you calling those long nose pliers? Those are needle nose pliers. Well, that's because as I was looking into this, I kept asking myself, why are these referenced on the packaging as long nose pliers? What constitutes a pair of needle nose pliers, right? And what I noticed or found out was that this would constitute a pair of needle nose pliers, right? And these are made by Knipex as well. And you'll notice that they actually look like a needle, or the head of a needle. And when you put them by the long nose pliers, you can see the difference. Now, there are, just as there are a lot of long nose pliers that are in this style, I mean, there's an unbelievable amount of pliers out there that fall into this long nose pliers category. Well, the same is true of needle nose. I mean, you can find jeweler's pliers that are much smaller than these even. Again, this is where the term needle nose pliers came from, and these would constitute as long nose pliers. Now, one of the reasons these long nose pliers have worked better for me is that they're longer. They're 8-inch or a little more than 8 inches. And that's something that's been excellent for getting more leverage and really getting more reach out of these pliers. What I found in looking into it was that 8-inch seemed to be the standard for long nose pliers. You know, of course, you can get longer ones for specialty use and that sort of thing, but for me, I really want to make sure that they're something that fit in the bag. And these, another great thing about these Knipex is they fit really well in the bag with these vinyl grips, and with the distance apart between the two, they just slip right into the bag and are very convenient to access. But with that said, yeah, just a quick word there on the difference in pliers. One other note here I wanted to show real quick, as you can see on these needle nose pliers, the Knipex actually labels these, and it's kind of where I noticed this, was these are actually called needle nose pliers as opposed to long nose pliers, which is how they have these guys labeled. But with that, folks, that's just a brief word on long nose and needle nose pliers. And if I would appreciate if you would like and subscribe to the video, comment if you have any thoughts on the difference between needle nose and long nose pliers. And appreciate you joining us today, and I will see you soon. Thanks.